Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I'm a 32-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer, and today we're going to be stuffing my third DoorDash paycheck for the month of September. We have $242 that we are working with this week. We've already done our budgeting on Monday and we have all of the money counted out already. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. So starting with my variable expenses, like always, buffer we're going to skip. We always skip buffer. It just sits there and covers my transactions until I move money, and it's there in case of any shortages. Crochet by Jamie, we are adding $24 this week. So we have 20, 2, and 4. So in Crochet by Jamie, which is my Etsy business where I sell, you're not going to believe it, crochet, we have 25, 27, 29, and $30. Okay, up next, gas. This week we are adding $40 just to make sure that I have enough money to get basically to my festival and back. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that should be, fingers crossed, enough money. I do still have almost a full tank of gas, so we should be good. Groceries this week we are adding 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, and 1. I already did my meal prep for my festival and for the rest of this week, so that will cover everything, should be good. Prescriptions we are skipping this week. We did not have enough money to stuff anything, and spending always gets $5. So we have $7 in spending now. All right, moving on to my high priority binder. I forgot to erase my tracker, even though I marked that I needed to erase my tracker. So we're gonna take a second and do that real quick. So I use wet erase marker, but I've been using alcohol on these for a while, so I need to continue to use alcohol to erase the tracker. And what I really need to do is just make a bigger tracker so that I can put more transactions onto it. But we started off with $365, and this week in car costs we are adding $5, so $916 plus 5, $370 is what we should have in this envelope. And we have 1, 2, 300, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, and $370. I do need to get my oil changed. Hopefully that's all that I need. I might need to get probably one new tire because I have one new tire. And they don't love when you only have one new tire. They'd rather it be in pairs, so we'll see. Debt payoff this week, we are adding $10. Yes, $10. So we'll go ahead, we'll color in one circle first. Each of these circles is worth $10, and then whenever I fill this out, I'll make a payment on my credit card. However, I also use this money to make my monthly payments on one of my credit cards, so this is going to take a while to fill up. But we should have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $250 in here. So we have 100, 200, 20, 30, 40, and 250. All right, up next we have festivals. So we had a negative 89. This week we are adding 110. So we should have $21 in here now. So we had 110, and we're gonna put this down and grab 21. We're gonna cheat a little bit. Oops, let me put the balance on here. So we have $20 and $1 in festivals. I do need to unstuff one transaction, but we're gonna still be in the positive for festivals, which is great. And then I will be door dashing over the next couple of days to put more money in there for my festival this weekend. All right, gifts this week, we are adding $5. Sorry if you hear all the cars driving by. I live at a stop sign on a fairly busy road, so there's always just cars flying by. We should have 180 in here. We have 100, 50, 65, 75, 180. Perfect. This is for Christmas presents as well as wedding gifts for my friend and my sister, who are both getting married in the next year, year and a half. And then Christmas is obviously much sooner, but we'll just keep on adding to that and hopefully have enough money to get through everything. Taxes this week, we are adding $5, so we should have $4.40 in here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 35, $4.40. Perfect. So that is going to be it for my high priority binder. That aside, and then we're just going to move into my low priority binder. So nothing here is getting any crazy amounts. Most things are getting $1. So Body Mods is getting $1, and we're not going to update the trackers at this time. We'll do this when we do our next cash condensing. We just did one last month, so probably in October we'll do another one. Electronics is getting 1. Fitness is getting a 5 because we do have an IOU in there that we need to get made up. Hair and lashes is getting $1. Shindigs and shenanigans is getting $1. Shopping is stuff based on my weight loss. I go from Sunday to Sunday, and however much weight I've lost, I do $5 per pound. However, I was out of town last Sunday, so we don't have a starting weight, so we don't have a final weight, so we're not stuffing shopping this week. And then travel, we are going to be adding $1. This is just saving up for my trip to Hawaii that I'm planning in fall of 2027. So we've got some time there. We will need to eventually be adding more than $1 at a time, or $5 at a time, which is I think what we've been doing. But for now, we're just gonna do $1. All right, so we're moving into my long-term savings binder. We're gonna start off with 52 cats, which is my version of the 52-week challenge. So you can see we've got this whole bottom row done, and then we've got a couple of other cats throughout done. This week we are doing the $2 cat, which is the lowest cat that we have available, because I had that really big IOU that I had to make up. So we're just gonna be adding $2 into, let me just pull this out and find where the 2s go, right there. So $2 in, and then this binder, same thing, other than the roundup challenge, we do not count or update the trackers until the next cash condensing. Cats is getting $12, so 10 and 12, and this is for anything that my cats need. So I took Little Miss 11 to the vet last week, so we are going to be pulling out of here for the unstuffing, but also it's their emergency fund if they need food, if they need litter, anything like that, it comes out of this envelope. Home Improvement is getting $1. Medical is getting $1. Month Ahead is getting $1, and I do have a tracker in here that is for $1,000, which is not what I need to get a month ahead. But once we do get to that $1,000, then I will see where I'm at with what I need to be a month ahead, and then we'll update the tracker and start a new one there. All right, up next we have the Roundup Challenge, which I'm gonna have to remember to erase, and I'm probably gonna forget again. We are adding 79 cents. We had 167.69, and we are adding 0.79. So we have 168.48. So we'll grab $1 and go ahead, give it a count. We should have 168 in here. We don't get to color in another circle. These circles are $10 each, so we just have the 16 circles for the 160, but we should have 168 in prop bills in here. So we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 65, 7, 168. Perfect. And final envelope is wedding. It is stuffed based on my relationship status. I am single, so we're just gonna give it $1. not in a rush to fill out that envelope. But that is going to be it for this week, or for this video. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. We're all on money, we're all out of envelopes, so we are all out of video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you on Friday for my unstuffing.